Hi, boys and girls. Today in math, we are going to start by playing the game Start with Get To. In your in Google Classroom, there is actually a 120 chart that is attached to your math assignment that you can practice using to figure out where to start the numbers and where to end the numbers and to help you count. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick our cards. Okay, I'm going to put the cards in our spot. So we are going to start with the number 7 and get to 13. So on our chart, I'm going to put a marker on the number 7 and I'm going to put one on 13. And what you need to do first is decide, is my number getting bigger or smaller? The next thing you need to do is figure out, how are you going to get from 7 to 13? In this case, because the numbers are so close together, we can practice counting by ones. So we're going to start after 7 and add 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to get from start at 17 and get to 13, we had to add 6. Okay, let's try another one together. Okay, so these numbers are a little bit bigger and they're spread out much more. We are going to start with the number 96 and get to 12. So I'm going to look at my chart. I'm going to put a marker on the 96 and one all the way on the 12. Now, I could definitely count by ones, but first what I need to do is decide if my number is going to get bigger or smaller. Because I'm starting at 96 and getting to 12, my number is going to get smaller. So I could count by ones to do that, but that's going to take a long time. So I want to try to find, is there an easier way to do that? And I can do that by counting back tens. So I'm going to practice doing that right now. We know that if I stay in the same column, I'm taking 10 away each time. So if I go from 96 to 86, that's 10. I'm taking away. And then 10 more to 76, so that's 10, 20. And then 10 more, that's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, now I can't go any further because then I'll be past my number. But I can count by one. So right now I'm at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and now I'm going to count by ones. 81, 82, 83, 84. So to get from 96 to 12, I need to take 84 away. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple to practice on your own. Okay. I want you to start at 99 and get to 114. So use the 120 chart that's in Google Classroom, pause the video, decide if your number is getting bigger or smaller, and figure out how to get there. Okay, when you're all done, you can start the video again. I'm going to give you another one. Okay, for this one, we're going to start at 30 and get to 44. Remember, you want to decide first if your number is going to get bigger or smaller, and then use the number chart that's posted in Google Classroom to help you figure it out. Okay, I'm going to give you one more. All right, and this one is starting at 91 and we're getting to 5. Decide if your number is getting bigger or smaller, and then use the chart to help you. After you're all done figuring out, you can unpause the video and we'll continue. Okay, so now what I would like for you to do is get out your math book and we're going to open up So we're looking at the page that says today's number is 9. That's on page 131. You see that right down here at the bottom. 131. Okay. So to complete this page, what you're going to do is you're going to first get 9 cubes. And once you have your 9 cubes, I want you to try to come up with some different combinations that equal 9. How many different ways can you figure out to make 9? Could you do 1 plus 8 equals 9? That's one possible equation. Now you can draw a picture, but we also want you to try to draw an equation or write an equation. So remember, when you're writing an equation, get my pencil here. If I was doing 1, and then I'm going to have my plus sign, 8, and that equals 9. Okay. Now remember, you can write your equation horizontally, or you can write it vertically. Okay. And the other thing that you can do is you can also write the total at the beginning. So if we're saying 9 is the total amount, because that's our number for the day, and we can find out what 9 is equal to. Well, we know 9 is equal to 1 plus 8. And here are 3 ways to write the same equation. Now, you don't have to write it the same equation 3 different ways. What I do want you to do is practice writing it in different ways and come up with lots of different equations that will equal 9. Okay, so that is one possibility. I want you to try to find more than one. Try to find 4 or 5 combinations. There's so many different ones. See what you can come up with. And again, that is on page 131. Okay. Now, once you do that, you're going to turn to the next page. Okay. And you're going to work on this page. This is similar to what we did yesterday. You are going to look at the dot cards, circle 2 of them, maybe find double stacks. Those are easier to add. So here we have a 2 and a 2, and we know that is 4, and then we were able to count on 5, 6, 7, 8, and we write the total amount. You're going to want to circle the 2 that you're adding and write the total amount below that. So practice on page 132 and on page 133, the next page. Okay, so you will do these 2 pages as well. Okay. All right, so make sure you're practicing your math and do your very best work and keep working hard.